So this is a product that catched my attention for a while. It's a mirror, dashcam and smart screen with wireless Android Auto and CarPlay. It's available for quite a while, but I just decided to give it a shot and see how this actually works. And this model is available in 10 and 12 inch. So this is the larger version, 12 inch. Because I thought this will fit better on my rear view mirror. As you can see, just looks like a mirror. It's pretty thin. It's thinner than what I thought, and you see it has this reflective display, so you can actually use it as a rear view mirror. And the way you attach it to your existing rear view mirror, it's pretty straightforward. This will attach in front of the mirror, and using those rubber bands wrap around the existing rear view mirror, and it should keep it nicely snug and secure. Next to the mounting points, we are having this dash cam lens. Can have all the adjustment you need for it. That shouldn't be a problem to adjust the image the way you want. And also on top of the unit, we got the Type-C USB AV port, micro SD and aux port, power button on the bottom, and next to the power button would be the microphone opening. On the back side there is that reset button and the built-in speaker. In the box comes with a few things. First would be the aux cord, and this is to run straight to you, the sound straight to your car speakers. And next up is the backup camera. This specific model will come with a additional camera which can be installed as a backup camera. It's plug and play. And next up would be the power supply cord, which has an USB C connector that goes on top of the unit, as we saw. And lastly, there is the manual in case you need to find out more about the features or how this actually works. Fast forward now to the vehicle. It took me a while to attach this thing to my mirror. Just realized that this mirror is a little bit chunky, so the mounting process was a little bit tricky. But anyway, here we are. That's how it looks from outside. Now the power cable can be hidden in the liner, because I don't like to hang all the cables around, so that's what I did. I hid it through the liner on top. But anyway, let's fire up this unit and see how it works. Took around 20 seconds to load up, and we'll dive straight into the Apple CarPlay, and we're gonna do a screen responsiveness test. And we can see it has a little bit of a delay in dragging this menu around. Also dragging the map will cause a little bit of a lag there. But anyway, so far it's interesting to see Apple CarPlay into a mirror, which is a little bit weird at the same time. It just feels funny that you can actually type stuff in. You know, it's just a mirror. I'm used to see backup cameras popping up in the mirror with a little display. But having a full-on house here with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, that makes it even more interesting. And next up, we're gonna do a quick call test to see how it sounds like.
Would you like to call?
iSimplify Tech.
Calling iSimplify Tech, other.
One, two, three, test. So it sounds pretty good. The way I did this test is I muted my phone microphone, so it's whatever the mirror would pick up. So in terms of clarity, it sounds pretty good. I didn't have any difficulty hearing myself, so phone calls shouldn't be a problem with this thing because the microphone does a good job in picking up the sound of the voice and so on. Next up, we'll try Android Auto because it supports both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and you have to switch in between them. If you want to use one or another, it will just pop up a message asking you if you are sure if you want to switch in between. So we are sure we want to try this on, and seems like it's only half of the display. It's not a full screen display here for Android Auto. Doesn't seem to have any settings in fixing that. So as we can see, the screen also has a little bit of delay when moving the stuff around and dragging the map. But anyway, going back to the halfway situation here, half of the screen would be Android Auto and the other half would be the Dashcam. There are no settings in fixing this issue. If you wanted Android Auto be full screen, I'm afraid it's not possible. Now going back to the main menu, we'll try the DVR function, which basically is the Dashcam. Now this Dashcam has a bunch of options here on the bottom of the screen. It has the record button, lock and lock. So basically the lock will prevent you from interrupting the record video. Photo, you can snap a photo. This is the quality of the photo that comes from this unit. Then there is the home button and a button to switch in between Android Auto or CarPlay, whatever you are using. Microphone can be turned off as well if you don't need any sound for your traffic recording. The next one is the playback, which is really nice to use, and if you just want to quickly review some videos that you've taken. And as you can see, you can even drag that slider around to skip the video. It's pretty easy to use. You can actually take a look at the photos, but there is no zoom in, is whatever it fits on the screen there. Now we're gonna do a quick test here of the Dashcam. We set it for the 2.5K as a resolution. The lens is pretty wide. It's plenty for what you need for a Dashcam. As you can see, we are not seeing the hood on the mirror. Basically, you gotta adjust the image to the horizon level, and that way you know you are good to go. And I've added a little bit of footage here which will be against the sun, and just to have an idea how this will perform when you are driving against the sun. Of course, most of the reflections here would be from the windshield as well, but it's not bad, you know, for a camera that does other things like CarPlay, Android Auto. I would think it's pretty good. I tried to look at the license plates numbers, but I could not really had a clear image of that. So if you are concerned about being able to read those license plates number, unless they are super close to the vehicle you're driving, you probably won't be able to read those. Now if you really need to use it as a rear view mirror, I would recommend shutting the display off. Otherwise you won't be able to see what's behind you, even though it's a highly reflective screen. But once the screen inside is lit up to the maximum brightness, it won't allow you to actually use it as a rear view mirror. You can really see the reflection. Only if you really set the brightness to the lower setting, that would help a little bit. Now going back to the other features of the unit, we got the FM transmitter. This will allow you to stream the sounds straight to your car radio if you don't want a wired connection. The brightness button has a shortcut on the top right side. Then there is the sound right there as well. Now those are the settings of the unit. We got the resolutions for the dash cam, split time, as well image mirror if you need that, maybe for the backup camera, time lapse, screensaver, voice control, reverse line calibration, that if you have a backup camera you can adjust the parking lines, guides, languages, bunch of languages there, date and time, basic settings here, format, card if you need to delete everything or start fresh, factory reset, and the firmware version. So this is it for this video. As you can see, this is a smart rear view mirror. It's an interesting piece of technology and it may not be for everyone, but if you don't have an Apple CarPlay or Android Auto and you also need those in your car along with a dash cam, this is a solid choice. I would recommend it, and that should do the work for you. If you like this kind of content, please click like and subscribe for more similar content.